Hello and welcome to the Temple of Tomes with your host, Indie Comics Jones. Today is October 14th, 2021. This is episode 435. Shang-Chi is what we're looking at today, and meet the new Iron Man. I'm not quite sure what they're implying here, but this comes out from Marvel. It's number 5 in the arc, and this whole Shang-Chi has been Shang-Chi versus the universe, the Marvel universe, excuse me. So Marvel, the Avengers basically they can't decide whether Shang-Chi's a good guy or a bad guy. This comes in at a whopping $3.99. It is a recommend, and don't know what I did with my little good excavating seal of approval, but I would put it on there right now. I'm moving. I'm in the process of moving. Everything is all over the place. So let's get into this. Nice cover here. I mean, pretty action. You can feel the action as Tony Stark's Iron Man suit begins to disintegrate. This does not happen in this story. But, oh well, that's the way it goes. Let's take a quick look to see what we got going on inside here. First of all, we get an ad for Iceman, Almost Monday, Enough. And I thought that was supposed to be a scratch and sniff. Honestly, if it's a scan here, I did not do the scan here. I did scratch it though, because I go, oh, scratch here. That's the way I read it, and it smells like paper. So, I don't know what we're going to see once we do a scan on that, but that might be something to look forward to. And I'm sure this is appearing in other Marvel comics as well. So if you recall, Shang-Chi has set up a new house of the Deadly Hand in New York, the old one being in China, and he has found his mother, who has been lost in the negative zone for many, many years, and he's approached by these hoodlums, I guess. I don't know what you want to call them. I think they're called the Red Dot. Something about the Red Dot, and it's actually a setup from Iron Man. They want to sell him the goods here, and Shang-Chi says, we're not interested. We're not that kind of organization anymore. If you recall, originally Shang-Chi was in an organization they kind of took down. They were in a group of assassins. They were basically kind of bad guys. They were raised by a father that was the 5 brothers and sisters. We've had a little bit of personnel change since then. And the first issue of this arc, they were dealing with Spider-Man. Second issue, it was, oh boy, I'm drawing a blank. It's one of the Avengers, Captain America. And third issue is Wolverine. So they went off the reservation for that one. The fourth issue is the Fantastic Four. This one, we are going to deal with Iron Man. So this guy has actually been hired by Tony Stark. It's not clear why, but part of it is to get this item into the room, basically, into his the House of the Deadly Hands. And then we get our what do you want to call this? The opening credits finally. And they give you a little blurb about who Shang-Chi is and about his past and what he's trying to do now and what has previously happened in this arc. As you can see, it's Shang-Chi versus the Marvel Universe, Part 5. Part 6 will be the conclusion to this. Gene Luen Yang is the writer on this. He did Brothers and Sisters arc as well, which was really good. It's better than this one. And DK Ruan is the artist, with Triona Farrell doing the coloring. And the art in here is pretty good, too. I think it's pretty action-packed. A lot of action in these Shang-Chis, which is great. And the story is kind of interesting. This one's, just, like I said, it's not as compelling as the Brothers and Sisters Act, where a lot was going on. However, in this arc, we did pick up a new sister, and to replace the sister of the staff, or the brother of the staff that was killed in the last arc. So as you can see, the suitcase or the briefcase that the Red Dot was holding turns into this robotic Iron Man, and he starts attacking them. But they're able to take it down pretty easy. Meanwhile, Shang-Chi is talking to his delusional mother, who's still kind of out of it. She was in the negative zone for so long that she's has developed this way to communicate with insects in that she would dealt with in that zone. So, as you can see, Iron Man, the real Iron Man, makes his appearance here. They fight for a little bit, then they talk. Nothing too crazy, nothing that's really not different from the other 4 issues before. They all fought and then they talk. They just stop and say, wait a minute, this has gone far enough. So they're still trying to figure out whether Shang-Chi is a good guy or bad guy in their eyes. And it's kind of like they agree to disagree. And Iron Man flies off. He thanks the Red Dot for their participation in this whole thing. And meanwhile, they realize they have to go to Japan. This is the Avengers now. Iron Man has returned because there's something ominous going on there. With and I don't know who this group is. I can't remember, but they were introduced in. I know who they are, but they were introduced in the first book, the first issue. But yeah, they're back in it, and they're up to some hijinks in Japan. So that's pretty much the quick story. Here's the issue for next month. It's going to be Shang-Chi versus Thor. So I anticipate them fighting each other and then getting along at the end and working together. So let's do a quick read through this if my eyes will work today. I did have surgery on Monday on my eyes, so let's see. For several months, Shang-Chi has reintegrated himself into the Marvel Universe by bumping heads with the likes of Spider-Man, Captain America, Wolverine, the Fantastic Four, and Iron Man. And each time he is proven to be an unstoppable force his father trained him to be. But his dad never taught him how to defeat a god. Whoa, so good setup. Like I said, this is a recommend. And thanks for stopping by and watching this video review. As always, please like, please subscribe if you haven't, please leave comments. We'll see you next time at the Temple of Tomes. I'm going really fast today because we got a home inspector coming in a couple minutes. I want to be gone. Do not want them to be around when he's doing his job. So, this is Indie Comics Jones from the Temple of Tomes, bidding you adieu.